I have taken one of the Microsoft learning portal. Obviously, this is not available to public. It is only available to the Microsoft certified trainer. It requires login access and all. But maybe, I mean, I will share with you the other one, which is, so in this case, in this course, let me just directly jump into the modules here. So what basically you should learn as a very minimum thing in Power BI is that uh, bringing the data into Power BI, number one thing, Power BI data. So first I will take you through some of the introduction to the Power BI component, just to, because as I see that some people are very new and some people are having experience, but I'll take through some of the basic components of the Power BI, and then we'll go with the Power BI data. Shaping and combining data, that is very important. You should learn this skill of combining data. That is where you get the power. So it's not one silo data in Excel or one set of the data. It could be in real life scenario. There are a combination of the data. For example, you are trying to analyze your income statement, and you find something very interesting when it comes to the profit margin, and you see that cost of goods sales are going in a high and high. So you want to drill down that, okay, why it is high, from where is it, from the last year to this year, in the last 14 months, the cost of goods sold is high. So it is just about one figure. We want to know from where it is coming. That is called the reporting and analytics, that you have a capability to drill down to the root cause of the pattern. So then when you click that one, it should give you the different breakdown of the COGS. Now, from where it will come, obviously it need to connect. It is not the finance data. It has to get connected to the sales data. So from there, it will bring down the COGS breakdown, that from which component it is coming. And then you can find out, okay, in this one, in this component, what is the detail from where it is coming that it is getting high. So that is how you need to do the combining of the data, which is called, making the data model. So that is where we will learn. I will try to, make it very simple. It looks like, IT people are doing, no, these days it's gone. And that too with the AI, everything has been changed. I mean, there is no rule of study. Anyone can learn anything. So finance people can learn IT, IT can learn finance, doesn't matter. So modeling the data is the one of the thing which we will focus in the model 5. And then we will enter into the interactive data visualization. This is what the main gist is, that you will reach to a position where because you are reporting your data to many different level of people, CFO or CEO or other management, higher management stakeholders. So you are in a position to make a different. Obviously, the dashboard for CEO will always be different than the dashboard for sales director. It cannot have the same thing. So you with the same data, you can make two different types of the dashboard in the reports. And of course, Power BI has the capability not only with the dashboard, but you can have you can share it with different people at the different level in a different format. So that is also things to learn, that how to share the Power BI reports and the dashboard with the colleagues. And then the other part, okay, module 8 is not very interesting here. I will skip that one. It is for developer EI, this is for the IT people. But yes, Power BI mobile is the one where you can see it. I mean, it's very easy, not a big deal. Whatever reports in the dashboard, you can convert into mobile compatible. and then share it with the people so that they can see it on the mobile itself. No need to come back to the laptop or the desktop to view your reports in the dashboard. So that is more, so this will be the first 4 weeks plan. We will be reaching to this as a standard package of the Power BI course. After that, we will enter into the next level of the Power BI, which will include more complicated formulas, especially the financial formulas, which are available, and it gives a lot. Like, for example, you do a lot of YOY, MOM, week to week, or like to like performance, this kind of thing. And it can apply to any type of analysis. It can apply to like performance of sales data, like performance of budget versus actual, whatever you want to do. Those kind of thing, you can do it very easily, quickly in Power BI using the DAX formula. So you need to learn about measures, the DAX formula, advanced DAX formulas, those kind of tricks that will make you more kind of authority onto the Power BI reports and dashboard. And the third one, we will enter again. We will take the level third phase is that, or the third stage is that we will do some of the capstone project, which will be on the real time or real life financial data, where you can apply Power BI. You can say forecasting model. You can create a model which can do the forecasting. For example, cash flow forecast, just a simple basic one. So those kind of thing you can, because now every tool is having AI component. So we'll see the AI component which has built into the Power BI. How we can leverage that one to start using the doing the forecasting onto the data. So those kind of thing we will do into the third phase. So I hope this is clear to everyone that what we are going to learn. Yeah, and for the meeting rule, like you have always
Yes,
on
clear.
your. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Hafiz. You have different types of shortcuts are there. We have chatting. We have emojis, thumbs up, thumbs down, or whatever you like to feel. There are other things where, yeah, there is a chat box. We will use it for our purpose whenever we want to share a file or share something. So these are the things we can do. We can use these options. So let's jump into this one, module one. What I'll do is, okay, this is very long story. I'll not go through this one. I will share with you. Uh, what I want to show you is one very basic concept here. Um, just keep in mind why we are why we learn why we want to learn Power BI. One is that data, analyzing the data, and not only the small data, big data. So that means big data is something like by definition the volume of the data, but it is volume, velocity, including the data size and the data. You can say the data growth. So you have a continuously growing data in your business, in your company, in your organization, and there is a challenge of having a real-time reports, right? So you want to be on top of the data, like whenever there is a update on the data records, you want to know that this is what happening. So in some cases, like mm, you want to be on top of this as of yesterday or as of today, 1 hour before, what was the situation in terms of profitability. It is not practical, but yes, you can do that also. So that is one thing. Big data, the background is that you are able to analyze any type of the data through the Power BI. Any type means, what does it mean? It means your data can be sitting anywhere. It can be a structured data. It can be unstructured data. Structured data means it is in the proper database. Like for example, in your company is using a software or ERP, which is using SQL database. So your data are sitting on SQL, or it is using Oracle database. So these are the structured data, very, in a very structured way, the data are organized into database properly. Then there could be unstructured data. Your data is sitting in someone is maintaining an Excel file, some warehouse people maintaining in and out of the merchandise in Excel. So this is unstructured data. So you want to connect to that data also in your report for having a analysis. It could be CSV form, or it could be text data. It could be even PDF. Some data are sitting as a PDF data, and you want to analyze. So in Power BI, the beauty of the Power BI is you can connect to any data, unstructured, structured, which is like a proper database, to Excel file, to JSON file, to XML file, even to a data which is sitting on the website. You can connect and do the analysis. So we'll go through these things. I will try to give at least one example of all these things, that how can you connect to a data source and bring the data and start doing the reporting. The next thing is you do the reporting. You make reports out of that, and then you do the analysis, which I told you that you can make a drill down features by making the data model. And obviously, there is option to collaboration. Very easily, you can share your Power BI reports and dashboard with the colleagues and the senior management or professionals in both way, in the desktop model or in the mobile model. So that is how, that is what the intention is. At least when you say that I am Power BI expert, I know Power BI, so you should know this much. According to me, this is the qualification that you should be able to connect to a data source and then make a report, do the analysis, and share it with the colleagues or share it with the your counterparts or higher management, or for whichever you make the dashboard or the reports. So you can create a report or dashboard for the analytical purpose, like for example, inventory controller. You can make a report, or you can make a report dashboard for the CFO. So both are different, two different things. You can make a dashboard for sales director. You can make a dashboard for CEO, which will be altogether different thing. So that is how, that is where your skill level goes up when you start creating the reports and the dashboard in the Power BI. Okay, so okay, I'll not go through this too much of the content. Maybe I will share this one with you and you can go through it. Then what I want to share with you is that, okay, these are the not very much required for you, like the roles, different roles are there in the business intelligence. The main part here is that I want to introduce you to start with this one. So let's start with this. I hope every one of you have downloaded the Power BI desktop. Anyone not? Then please let me know, unmute your mic. But otherwise, I'm considering that all of you are having Power BI desktop installed in your local laptop or desktop. Okay, so what we are going to do is, the first thing is that we will today, this is our today's topic, that data source, queries, data transformation, visualization. So we'll have a quick look onto all this topic, right? So let's start with the demonstration with the importing data with Power BI. So let me share it again with you all. So this is where, when you open your Power BI, you will find that you are having this screen. So all of you, please open it up. All of you, please open this one, your Power BI and your local PC. Let me know if you are having any difficulty. I will wait for another 1 minute or two for you. All of you, please open it up. You can put on your chat box that if you are done. Just now, I will take this time. Shyam Sundar has joined. Hi, Shyam. Can you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi. Yeah. Okay. Hi. I work for a company by name Nova Science as a finance business partner, and so I have nearly 13 years of experience, mainly in the financial planning and analysis domain. Yeah. So the very reason why I took up this course is I because whenever I apply for any jobs in right, so many of majority of the companies ask for experience in Power BI, right? And then once I attended your webinar, I thought I had a very good experience, right? So whenever I attended other trainings, mainly LinkedIn and all, right? So they were not very specific, but your webinar was very specific. So that's the very reason I opted for this course. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Shyam. That is great. So I hope all of you are now at this stage, which is on my screen. I'm sharing that you are having the Power BI opened uh, at your space, right? So you guys can keep typing in the chat box if you're done, if you're ready. So what I'll do here is one more thing I can do is that in the chat box, I will share one of the Excel file which I want to use it. So just give me a moment here. I'm trying to see the Excel file which I want to share with you. Okay, so okay, ready. Hafiz is ready. Anam is ready. Okay, Tariq, you are ready. Okay, all of you are ready. Let me send this file. Okay, let me just try the other method. Okay, I'm not able to share the screen, the file here, but let me try to share it on the WhatsApp group. You can forward from there. Yes, okay, so here you go. So what I have done is that on the WhatsApp group, uh, I forwarded one file called expense analysis, the Excel file. Um, so just try to, mm, download that one in your folder, local folder. Uh, for some reason, I am not able to share that file here. So I don't know. Normally, let me just try it again. In the Microsoft Teams, it should allow me to share the file. But anyways, in the WhatsApp group, just check there. I have shared one Excel file. Uh, so you can download that one to your local PC. And once you are able to download, keep it anywhere in your local PC, my documents or download folder, and just let me know once you are done. Yeah, Tariq, you are done. So I hope all of you are now ready. That Excel file is there with you, and you are now in this Power BI main page. Like when you open the Power BI, so it's showing here you the main page. So for the people who are very new, brand new, just to let you know, whenever you open an application, you always get these things on the top, which is showing on the menu called File. You know, this is a normal thing: File, Home, Insert, Modeling, View, and Help. So this is a very generic thing. Every application like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, you will have all these kind of thing, right? So here also you get this menus like Home, Insert, Modeling, View. So for now, for your understanding, the first thing when you open the Power BI, you have to get the data. Okay, number one thing. So from where you get the data, uh, as I told you that it has an option to get the data from many different places. But for that, the option here on the top is get data. Do you see here? Get data, connect to data from multiple source. This is the very first thing in the Power BI. So now this option which says that get data, and you also have a shortcut to get the data. One is the import from data from Excel, import data from SQL, paste data, copy paste, and try a sample data sets. Okay, so let's try to do this sample data set. I will start with this one. Try a sample data set, which Microsoft has already given. So if you click this one, this is this symbol. Whenever you see this symbol or this icon, this is a database. You see here, SQL database. So let me click here, try a sample data sets. So all of you can do the same thing. Okay. When you click here, try a sample data set. Are you able to? Oh, no, sorry, you're not able to see my screen. Wait a second. Let me stop sharing and share again with full screen. Um, share my entire screen. So that will. All right. So when you click here, try a sample data set. You will get this option. Two ways to use the sample data set. Okay, all of you, please do the same thing which I'm doing. I'll wait for this one. So click there, try a sample data set and load the second option, load sample data. Okay, so just click that one. When you do that, it opens up this screen. I'll wait here another 1 minute. All of you reach to this stage. If any one of you are having problem, please unmute your mic and ask me the question. And all right, so once you are here, as you can see, it is giving you option that this is a Excel file. As you see here, financial sample.xlsx. So this is an Excel file and it has a sheet called sheet 1 and the table called financials. Now in Excel, you know that when you create a sheet, the by default sheet 1 is there, right? But there is an option that you can make that sheet as a table in Excel. So when you make it as a table, then it will treat and you can give the name of the table whatever you want. So that is why it is showing 2 times. Both are same, sheet 1 and financial. Only the difference is this is the raw data sheet and this is the converted into table. So if any one of you are not clear that what I'm talking, then let me know. Maybe I will show you differently that what in Excel, how it is done. But I assume that every one of you know that any sheet you can reformat it as a table, and you can rename it the table name. It will be properly structured table, structured data.
That's up if you can show it, it will be better because
Oh, okay. Okay, let me show you. So I'll just open up my Excel. And so in Excel, when you create a new, let me create a new one. Okay. So when you create, let's say, for example, I'll just create something. Order ID, order date. Let me speak in your language. Transaction ID, transaction date, something like this you're having, okay? And JV number, JV date, okay, DR, CR, whatever. So you have the data like this, and you let me give some random thing instead of wasting time. So suppose you have data like this. Let me just make it bigger. Okay. So this is called raw data, and you can see here in the bottom sheet 1 automatically by default you are creating data here in the sheet 1, right? So now what you can do is this whole thing, this one, you can actually create as a table. So what you can do, I think I have a problem with the version. Okay, let me just try here. Data. No, I need to upgrade it. So there will be option here called table. No, it should be here. Home. Don't confuse it with the format as a table. This is a different thing. Okay. There is a option to, there will be a menu coming here, table. So you will make it this whole thing as a table. You know, let me see if I can. No, I have to upgrade my version because this is not a
Insert
right.
Javed sir, insert table.
Insert table is there? No. That is different thing. Insert table is different thing. Okay. Formatting it as
For
a table
control
is
T,
different thing. Sorry.
control T, just maybe just select all and control T. Maybe
Okay.
become table this.
So let me
Yeah.
try this
Okay.
one out.
Yeah.
Okay, control T. Yeah. This one. So this is in the design. Okay.
Okay.
It was hidden.
Yes.
So when you say control T and you define it here as a table, automatically it make rows, column, and all this kind of thing. But one more thing is the table name here. You can select this one and you can say okay, done. So now you have two things. One is that table, this data named as a table, and one you have a sheet 1. Okay, and what I'll do is let me save it. Save it as a test. Okay, and save here. So that if I close it, and so the next time, just let me cancel it. Import data from Excel. If I click and select the test file, open. So this is where it will give me, see, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, and then financials. So in both, sheet 1 is also there, which is raw data, and financials, which I created as a table, is also having raw data. I mean, it is in a proper tabular format. I hope this explains good. Make sense?
Yes, okay, yeah. Yeah, yes.
Thanks. Yeah,
Understand.
thank you. Thank you for teaching me this control T, the shortcut.
No problem. It's okay.
Okay.
Even take this
All
one.
right.
It's okay.
So coming
Uh,
back, anyone you want to ask me question, please ask me question again. Is it okay, guys? Please feel free.
Okay.
Just unmute your mic and ask me question. There is nothing like to be shy. So we are all learning. So that's how the great thing is. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, one question. So
Mhm.
here, right, so why didn't we use this import data from Excel and then why did we go to this one, this try a sample data set instead?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's a very good question. Basically, what I'm trying to show here is that Power BI is having option for you to connect to many data sets. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not that one data. So that's where I
Okay.
try to show you that, okay, import data from Excel to show the one which I created just now. That you can create
Mhm.
import data from any of the Excel which you created or which other person has created or shared with you.
Mhm.
Tried dev sample data I'm doing is because it is having more organized data. So we will use this one. But apart
Okay.
from this, before proceeding to sample data set, let me show you one more thing. If I click on the top here, get data. Now you see these are the common data sources. You can get the data from
Mhm.
Excel, your Dataverse, SQL Server, text or CSV data, web data, blank query, data. Okay, now if I click this more, this is something very, very interesting. Now, what I will suggest you guys that from today till tomorrow, try some of the options which you like, you think that you're confident or you understand. For example, there are type of the connections like these are all the data. This is called data connector, right? So data connector is that you can connect to any data sitting in Excel, XML, JSON, PDF data also you can connect. You can connect to a PDF file. And if there are some data like electricity bill or those kind of utility bill, you can start analyzing that also. You can connect to SharePoint folder, you can connect to Azure database, you can connect to Hadoop, connect to Microsoft Dynamics ERP, you can connect to Salesforce, you can connect to Google Analytics data, QuickBooks, Smartsheet, I mean, Spark, these are the R script. You can connect to any other third party, database. So the list is very huge. And what I will suggest, try some of the things like, for example, this is in your control, connect to an Excel file, connect to a PDF file, connect to a CSV file. At least these things you can try it out, right? This is straightforward. SQL Server and all, uh, let me try to see if I can show you, at least I can demonstrate you to connect to an SQL Server. Uh, but for you, it's not required to get into deep into it.
Uh,
That you can
yes.
always get from your IT. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I need SQL actually. SQL,
Oh,
Excel is normal and PDF. Three is very important.
oh, oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Okay.
So this is and what they have done, instead of all, they have categorized by data source. Say for example, data from the files. So these are the called unstructured data. That is data in Excel or XML or JSON or I will show you one example at least. Don't worry. What is XML and what is JSON? If you have these kind of in knowledge, then this will help you in interview. I mean, this is our, by looking at the name, it looks like, oh, it is too technical. No, no, no. It's just a format. Just like Excel, there is another format, XML, another format, JSON. And so we'll do at least one example for each of this. Then there is a structured database where you can connect to SQL Server, You can connect to MySQL, IBM Netezza, IBM DB2. These are all database, you know. You can connect to Sbase, Amazon database, Redshift, SAP HANA database. So these are like, it's not a very complicated. What you need is only username and password and the database name. That anyway, IT guys will provide to you and you can connect. Okay. Then you have other Microsoft Power Platform database. You have Azure, Microsoft Azure database, you know, online services. This is something interesting. One of thing you can try it out, online services. Maybe you can try this one. LinkedIn. No, okay, don't try that. You can try it out. I don't know whether you are having your QuickBooks. Normally accountants are, you know, if it is a very personal finance management, then you can use QuickBook. It's a very simple tool. You can try this one. Sorry, you can try this. What I'm searching is the web. Yes, you can try this web database. Bring something from suppose for example, some website having some data. Let's say COVID-19 database, there's some website. So you want to analyze that one yourself. So you can connect to the website. It will automatically parse the data and bring the database here or bring the data here for you to do the analysis. Or you having some site, movie sites or movie analysis, or you know, maybe you can go to Netflix and bring the data and do the analysis. Or I don't know. So you can go to your Facebook, you connect to your Facebook database website, Facebook account, and do the analysis. Okay. So these are the things. Anyways, these are the other adventure. But yes, coming back. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you here is that you should know that in Power BI, you are able to connect, get data from any source where the data is sitting. And this is practically, this is what happens in the company. It is not necessary that you will have data only in SQL Server. Some data will be in SQL, mostly data will be in SQL Server if it is an organized company, organized database, and many data are sitting in Excel, which is what happens even if you have a very good sophisticated ERP system and financial systems. Still, everyone is working in Excel. They extract the data and work in Excel. Now, Power BI is actually a replacement of Excel. Everything what you do in Excel is available in Power BI. Starting from your formula, your pivot, your charts, your DAX formulas, everything what you do in Excel is there in Power in a better way of organized way of data analysis. Okay. So this is one thing, get data. And what I'm trying to do here is to show you what is there in the Power BI. First thing to do. So first thing to do is to get the data and see that what are the components in the Power BI section. So let me click here, try a sample database, load sample data. Again, it is one of the Excel file which they have created, which is called financial sample.xls. And you have option here. Either you click sheet, which is showing the segment, country, product, or financial. Both are the same, except that this is treated as a proper tabular format, organized or structured database. This is unstructured. So click on the financials, and when you see here, always you try to see the data, what is there. So I see here segment, which is government, new market, channel. I mean, there are different channels you can say, country, product, then what else? Discount, band, units sold, okay, manufacturing price, seems like cost, sales price, gross sale, discount. Okay, yes, COGS is also, they have calculated. Cost of goods sold, profit, date, month, month name and month year. So this is how they have the data. So fine, let's click this one, financial. So when you click this tick box, you see here, those two things are off. When you click, then this load thing becomes on. What does it mean? You are bringing data, or you can say loading the data from Excel to Power BI. So now it will be inside Power BI, this data. This was in Excel, as you can see, and you are loading this data here in Power BI. So this is one time activity. You don't have to do all the time. You know what? Once you have done this one and you created your report, now the background in Excel, if the data changes, somebody adding the data, new data comes in, automatically your Power BI, whenever you will open your Power BI, you will get the latest data. You don't have to worry about this reloading or something like that. This is the beauty. So you just one time you connect to your data source, whether it is Excel or whether it is SQL database or whether it is Oracle database, whoever, one time. After that, it will keep on checking, the latest data. And when you close this Power BI, save it and close it. Next time when you open, every time when you open this report, first thing it will do is that it will go refresh the data by loading back again if there is any changes in the data. Okay, so this is the thing, one thing you should be practicing today and tomorrow, so that you know that how the data you bring in the Power BI. So now once you connected here, you say load. I will not tell you transform data now. This is another option. You must have heard about ETL many times, ETL. So what I say, even if you are a finance guy, in your resume, you should write that you know Power BI. That means you know the data, you know how to load the data, and also you should write ETL. So I'll give you. I will give. Don't worry. I'll give you. ETL is extract, transform, and load. So you are actually extracting the data from this Excel file. Then you can do the transform and then load. So there is an option called transformation of the data. Transformation of the data, I will show you some of the examples where you want to change the data type, or you want to change the data nature, or you want to change the data features before analyzing. It happens many times. You have to change the type of the data or transform the data into different way and then do the analysis. That is called transformation. So there are many tools for ETL. Power BI has given the tool itself here in the Power BI for the ETL. Okay, so we will go through this one class. We will dedicate to transform data. And right now you do the load. So you have selected this financials. You have you are clicking on the load. When you do that, when you do the load, it will start loading the data you see on the screen, creating connections in model, financials, loading data to model, and it is done. So when it is done, on the side, you will see that there is a option called field, and you get that data table here. Yeah, under the field section, you get the data table here, and all the columns you can see as expected, they are here. I'll take a pause. You guys also do the same thing and reach to this stage. And feel free to unmute your mic, comment about it, or ask any question you like to ask. Just type in the chat box or unmute your mic and let me know once you are done. Oh, that's good. Tariq, you are done. Who else? Okay. No. What about Shyam? Shyam, you are done?
Yeah.
Anam? Rahim? Anam? Hafiz? Are you all done? Shall I go ahead?
Yes,
Done,
done.
done.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so now for, you know, so
Actually,
let
I
me,
cannot see the field, but I can see the data in my, Power BI. Instead of field option, I can see the, I have data option instead of field.
Same for me as
uh,
well. So instead of that
you,
header field, so I have data there.
it is showing as a data.
Data, yeah.
Oh,
Yes, data.
okay. And this is this exactly this financial thing is here, and all these columns are here.
Yes, same we have.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, maybe I don't know version or platform. Which laptop you're using?
I'm using Lenovo ThinkPad.
Oh, that's Windows. I thought that you're using MacBook or something. Then it must. But anyways, yeah, good to know. I mean, new thing to know that it is showing you it is as a data for both of you. All right, no worries. So now coming to this section here. So one thing is that whenever you bring the data here, it will come here in this one, data section or field section. So this is a section which is showing you two things. One is the name of the data table and columns of that data table. Okay. Now you can bring, tomorrow we will see, it's not Power, as I told you, Power BI is not about only one data source or one table. You can bring multiple data source here, right? So we will by end of this course, maybe we will have some at least 10, 12 tables here for the analysis. Okay, so this is one thing. Now, second thing is visualization. With all this data, you can do this visualization. This is where the important is, that you have different types of the visualization charts, and on top of that, you have two things. One is the value and one is the format. So you need to get very much good hands-on onto these two visualization. I mean, this is how you will become a powerful power. I mean, you will have a power in this one. So this is where our main focus is: visualization, getting through all these things, values, and the format. Which format is also very important in Power BI. It makes a difference power in the format. Okay, and then the third thing is filters. As you know that whatever you are presenting your data, you know, uh, so you can control through the filters. One is the filter on this page, One is the filters on all pages. One is the filter on this section. So I will come back to this one. So this is basically adding the filter onto your analysis on your data. Okay. So these are the three sections which we'll be heavily working on: fields, visualization. Fields, we will select which are the fields you want to analyze. In the visualization, you will select which type of the which type of the chart you want to use and what are the different formats you want to use. And in the filter, you will use that what are the fields or what are the data you want to filter for. Maybe you want to see only for this year, or you want to see only for this month or last 6 months, last 3 months, you know, top performing product, top 5 customers, this kind of filters. Uh, then apart from this, let me just tell you another section. There is a section here called, on the bottom, this is called the report section, report. So page 1, as just like a Excel sheet 1, you have page 1. So you can rename it. Okay, say report 1, right? And then you can keep on adding report 1, report 2, rename, cash flow, rename. Okay, rename. Like this. You want to try? Please, you guys can try it now so that you remember it. That so this is where the different reports you can create in one file. You don't have to open too many files. Now, the purpose of this one is that it will allow you to create all your different reports into one file so that you are able to correlate each other, combine each other or consolidate the dashboard. So end of the day, you can create a dashboard out of it, right? So that is what the canvas is. This is called Power BI Canvas, where you create the reports. And this one, the blank sheet here, build, visualize your data. This is one where we are going to create the reports. So you can create n number of reports like this and keep it for the usage for the business. The second thing which I want to show you here is now all these data or this data source which you connected. One on the left hand side, you will see there are 3 sections. One is the report section, which we are in. This is the report section. The second one is data section. The third one is the model section. So the report section is this one, which is where we build the reports. Just for your reference or your, before starting building, if you want to see the data itself, click here. Now this is showing you the actual data. You see here, fields. So if you have more than one table, you will see here, and you can click on the table, and it is showing me the field name and the data itself. This is also sometimes used for different purpose. We'll see how we can use this one. Okay, so this is one section which is called data section, where you are able to view the data. This is for data quality or data cleaning, those kind of purpose we can use. And the third one is model. Now this is something called data model. You see, it is showing you as an entity relationship diagram, like data model. So now we have only selected one. That's why it is showing me only one. But if there are 10 tables or 10 data source, it will show all the 10 data source and the relationship between those data source. each table, how they are related to each other, you know. So this section is for the purpose of, by default, Power BI is capable, if you select one multiple data source, it will try to create the link between those two, or those three, or those four data source automatically. But if it is not, then you can create the relationship. The data model is where you have the entity relationship diagram of the databases or the data sources, where you say that this table is related to another table through this column. This say for example, uh, uh, sales order table is related to product table. How? Product to product. In both the table, product code is there, item code is there. That kind of thing is done here. What I will suggest here is that for you guys, yeah, bit of a basic thing you need, but you don't need to, worry too much about this one, because it is assumed that you will be connecting to a proper database which already has the uh, data model. So you don't have to really create the data model. But yes, I'll try to give one class onto this one to explain you that, so that you have a concept. Okay. So three things. One is the report, data, model. Our working area is this one, the report section. This is the one where we are working. Okay. So and in the bottom side, we will be creating these many reports we want. Whatever number of reports we will keep on. So what I will suggest here is that now on the top, as you can see here, untitled Power BI desktop, right? The file name is not given. So you can save it, file, save. So when you save here, it automatically, the extension is PBIX. Like for example, Excel file, XLXX, Word file, DOC, PowerPoint file, PPT or PPTX. Same like that, Power BI files are PBIX. So whatever name you want to give here, and you can save into your local folder, document or my document or whatever, save. So you see here on the top, my first Power BI report, that, and instead of untitled, it's changed. So now what I'll do, I will close this entirely and go back. And as you see here, the one which I saved, my first Power BI report, and this is the type of the report, type of the file is Power BI. Type of the file is Microsoft Power BI desktop document, PBIX. If I right click, do the properties, you can see here the type of the file is PBIX, name of the file is. So if I open it, double click. Now you see here, I don't have to do it again. Oh, it has updated mobile layer. Okay, we will learn this one, very good one. So now this time, I really don't have to go to the get data and all those kind of things, because this, I already have the data here. Last time I did financial data here. I'll take 1 minute pause here. You guys do the same thing. Save it onto your local file folder. Close the Power BI altogether and then reopen. Double click that file and see that you are here. So I forgot who was the first time. Maybe Fahim, you are the first time. Like you never used the Power BI.
Yes, yes, sir.
Are you okay now? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay.
oh, that's great. I hope all of you are done with this one. Yeah, we are here till now. If anyone not, then please let me know.
Yeah, I opened the Power BI again, but struggling to find that file. Could you please show that process again?
Okay, did you save it?
Yeah, I saved it.
Okay, so then in that case, when you saved it, wherever you saved with that name, you double click that.
Okay.
So you go to that my document or whatever, then when you will find the file here, you double click, don't open Power BI, you open this file.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But if you open Power BI, then also you can go to file, open, same like Word, Excel, file, open, go to the folder and select the file, it will open.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope everyone is done with this one. So now, so we know that, okay, creating the Power BI report is first thing is that connect the data source one time, save it into as a file name of your choice. And then after that, you start working on it. So that is what the, it's a very generic and basic thing, right? Same thing you do in Excel. You open the Excel, do some data and then save it. And then next time you open that file. Same concept. Open the new Power BI report, connect to a data source. Only one thing is different, connecting to a data source and then saving it at a file name. And then after that, you start working on it. All right, so before starting working on it, let me explain you something very quickly here, very important. The first thing which you should always do is that on this side, field financial, you should understand your data. Okay, now as you see here, there is something given here as a summation. Now, what is this summation? Summation means Power BI has automatically detected that this is a number field having numbers. Sales, cost of goods sold, discount, gross sale, manufacturing cost or manufacturing price, month number, profit, all are these, it has given as a summation, means number type. And this date field, it is automatically given as a date type. You see here, this is date type. So these are the things where you say that field type. How do you know? You can click this sales. On the top, it will show you the name of the field, general, decimal type, auto, all these things are like same like Excel, So this is a decimal number, data type, 123, decimal number. If I click this one, country, it is showing me data type as text, right? If I click on the date, showing me the data type as date. That means if I'm not satisfied, I can change that data type, just like in Excel. Sometimes you're doing. So this is something, it happens in the real life where you want to change it to some other type. We'll see. In some cases, I will provide you the data like that, and you will see that you have to change it. Like for example, month number. Now this is showing me whole number. Why? Because if I go to this data, and here I see that month number. You see here? The month number is 12, 6, 11, 1 to 12. That is why if I click here, month number, it is showing me data type whole number, right? But if I click on the date, this is the proper date type format. What about the month name? This is a text. And year, this is a whole number. But my question is it, do we want to keep this as a number, whole number? The year and the month number? Are we going to do anything like adding it up or counting it up? Do we want to do? I mean, is it required? Obviously, no. Right? So what I want to do is that this month number, I want to change. I don't want to make it as a whole number. I want to treat it as a text. So then automatically it becomes don't summarize. You see here, the summation gone. Let's do it for year. If this is for year, you see the summation sign here, sigma. And here on the top, it is showing me summarization as sum because it is a whole number, right? Because of the data type whole number, it is doing the, and in the summarization also, there are, by default, it is doing sum. But if you see, you can do the summarization by averaging it out, minimum, maximum, count of distance. There are different summarization that also you can apply. But by default, it is using sum. But I'm not, I don't want to do any sum onto year or this or that, So in that case, I can change it to text. The moment I change it to text, it becomes don't summarize and, data category unrecognized, and it goes off. So this is how you are controlling the data types or data transformation. That no, I don't want the month to be whole number. I don't want the year to be whole number. I change it from the whole number to the text. Does it make sense? Like, any question, guys? Are you okay?
Clear, sir.
Thank you. So these are the tips which you should be, having an eye onto this as a, especially financial analyst. They have a better eye onto the data. So they should be having a very sharp eye onto this type of thing, that let me change this type of data type. Even if it is in the database, it is something else. But for me, I want to treat it as like this so that analysis goes proper. Okay. So in that way, when I come back to the reporting section, which is this one, I see that my year and month number, both are now text type. So this is where, Power BI gives you or allows you to have a control onto the nature of the data before doing the analysis. You literally, you have a control onto changing the type of the data itself. Okay. Now this is just a beginning. You have more power. We'll go through this, don't worry. So what I'm saying is that first thing, you should be good enough in having this control. Type of the column, type of the data, understanding that what actually you are looking for, what will be the better way or better type you should be making to have it for the proper analysis. Okay, now let me enter into this one. Okay, so now we are clear. One is that whatever we are doing, we will be doing under report section. This, we are not limited to create only one report. We can create using this one, new page, multiple reports. Now to create the reports, we have here the data source, which is the data table and the columns here. And we have different visualization. Now let me go back to home page. The first thing which I want to show you, the how Power BI behaves is the moment you select any column, automatically it will give you some suggestion. Say for example, sales. Now if I just click here, sales. See, it has done something. All of you, please try this one. Click on the sales and see what happens. Everyone, all of you will get bar graph. Right? Now, this bar graph, from where, as you can see from the visualization, this is highlighted, clustered column chart. This is enable, like, let me do it again. So these are the different visualization. So nothing is highlighted. Now you notice here, the moment I will click here, this one, clustered column will get highlighted. You see here, it will select. See, did you notice custom column chart get highlighted? And why? Because it is showing that I have used this one for this sales data. Is that clear? All of you, please try that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one more thing. Let me go back again. So I will do it again and again so that if I'm clicking sales, as you see here in the values, as I told you, one is the different types of the charts, different types of the visualization, and one is the value, one is the format. So in the value section, it is blank, nothing is there. The moment I select here sales, just notice the difference. If I click on sales, what happened? Value, instead of value, now it is showing me access, legend, and value. So value is there, the sales is in the value field. And then there is something called access and legend. Now, this thing is coming from where? It is coming from the type of the visualization. Because it has selected the column chart, it is saying that you have the option of access and legend. Okay. Now we'll see the what is this access and legend. In the value you have the sales. Now what this sales is showing, it is showing me 118 million. Okay. How? If you click here, the arrow key, it is automatically by default, it has done the sum. So that means total sales, sum of the sales column. But you have the option to do the average, minimum, maximum count, same like Excel, variance, median, show more values. We will come to this one. So that is one thing which you should know, or you should assume that by default it is doing sum of sales, and then using the graph here, sorry, and using this visualization chart called clustered column chart and representing it here. Simple, right? And automatically, because this sales is here, so it is showing me the sales value 118 million. Now, what is the next thing which comes to this one is sales. This is one thing, is the total figure of sales. Now you want to do sales by what? That is called the axis field. So on the axis, there are two things. One is the x-axis and one is the y-axis. So the y-axis, by default, sales is already there. Now you want to bifurcate it, sales by something, right? So this is called axis. On the horizontally, it can be divided. So let us try it. Anyone suggest sales by what? What do you want to see by sales?
Sales by country, one option could be.
Okay, so let
Sales
me
by
bring
month.
Oh yeah, that's great. Let me bring the country, sales by country. So just drag, click on this one country and drag it here in the axis. Okay. So this becomes sales by country. That is why the axis is here. So this is called x-axis. So the x-axis, you can use any field. Sales by country. Let me just close it. As you said, sales by month. Now, in this case, sales by month, you don't know what is this month, January, February, which year. That is where you will use the legend, that you can bring the year in the legend. So now sales by month, and also the legend is showing light blue is 2013 and dark blue is 2014. So year also and month also. So easy. Sales by month and year. You guys want to try it? Please try it. I'll just pause for 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let me know. So the idea is that the aggregation, you will use those data which are having summarization type under the value always, and then those data or those columns by which you want to analyze by sale, by category, by country, by month, by those things are here in the axis. And then you want to have a further division, you want to put in the legend. So those fields you put in the legend. So this is called clustered column chart, one of the chart. Okay. Now, I hope you all are here till this. Anyone having any problem or any question? Okay, good. What I'll do is I'll just try to close it here one more time to show you. So when I'm closing from the top, do you want to save? Yes, save. Okay. And then I come back, open the report, double click. Here it is, where you left, your work is saved. Okay. So that means, see, when you move the mouse, one is that this blank canvas, and one, when you slowly move the mouse, you see here, the border appears. So this is called the section or visual. If you click here, you see the border is here. So you can resize. Right? You can drag it wherever you want to put. Please try that one. Right? And then what I'll do is right click here in the report section, rename the page. Sales by month and year. There you go. So I just renamed it sales by month and year. And make it as a bigger, So all of you guys, please try this one. This is just a hands-on, you should be very comfortable in making this kind of thing at your own. And this is all your style. It's not a standard one. Everyone makes their own type of reports, own style.
I have a question.
Yeah,
how do I rename this y-axis? So here I can see it as sales, but when I tag the data, I'm getting it as sum of sales.
Sorry, come again. How do you want to rename what?
This one now, what do you call this column heading or this the name what we have in the y-axis. So it's showing as sales here, right, in your report.
This one, yeah, this one, right?
Yeah. So I'm getting it as sum of sales instead. So how do I rename it?
Oh, you are getting the name as sum of sales.
Yeah.
Double click and you can overwrite it. It will change.
Double click?
Yes,
No,
okay,
no,
sum
no.
of sales.
You can. Let me try. I don't think.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm doing
you
In the name it's sales.
this one, you want to say this here at this value field or in the graph itself?
Yeah, in the value field, I think if you double click, you can write whatever name you want.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
double
it.
click.
Okay, got it.
Or you can click on the arrow and rename for this
Mhm.
visual. So it's same thing, double click or so just rename it.
Mhm.
But I didn't
Yeah,
rename it,
got
but automatically it came for me.
No, for us it is sum of sales.
Oh, right. Okay, so there is a different version. I don't know. For me, I never renamed it. It automatically came as sales. Anyways, good to know. Yes, good to learn this one that you can rename for this visual.
Okay, got it.
Interesting. Sum of sales. Oh, for you it is coming like this. And for me, it was coming like this. Ah, interesting. Wow. All right. Okay. Are we good? Okay. Now here, as I told you, that this is one is the clustered column chart, and there are now, as you see, column chart is very famous. So one is the clustered column chart, another one is stacked column chart, then and the third one is the 100% stacked. There are three column chart: clustered, stacked, 100% stacked. And there is again same thing: stacked bar chart, clustered bar chart, stacked bar chart, 100%. So two types of the bar chart. One is the column chart and one is the bar chart, right? And in that both you have three types. One is the normal clustered, then another one is a stacked, and third one is the 100% stacked. Do you know what are these things? Anyone?
Javed sir, this is to compare, different data in one of the column if you want to view actual and budget, or if you want to know two different parameters in one of the column. So you can put it in different two colors, overlapping each other.
Yes. Yes, perfect. Thanks. This is what exactly it is. That when you want a comparative thing in one chart only, in one in one column. Here it is two columns, right? But if you want a comparative study or comparative display in one column, so let's try that one out. Okay. So what I'll do is I will create here new page. Click on the new page. It becomes a new page one, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go to the sales and make it as a bigger. And instead of clustered, by default, it is always selecting clustered column chart. Now this time, stacked column chart. Okay. Now things remain same. In the stacked column also, it is showing me values, legend, access, right? Now let's try to see what difference it makes. So I will bring the same thing. I will bring month-wise in the access, correct? And the same year in the legend. This is where the so instead of it is a stacked on one another. You see here in the previous one, this was side by side, 2013, 2014, 2013, 2014 for November. Now here it is stacked on another way of representation. In some cases, this is more preferred, in some type of the display or some cases, maybe for month and year, it is not that preferred because month and year, it looks more good here in comparison, right? Here this is better way of comparing month to month, year to year, month wise. But for some other things, it is good to have the stacked one. Let me try to see here which other field can be good. Say, for example, in the legend, I delete this one and I bring the country. But be careful, or I bring the segment. So there are 5 segments: channel partners, enterprise, government, mid-market, small business. The business types, the sales segments, sales channel. So these are the 5 different types of the sales channel they have categorized. And now it is showing the segment wise how they are representing each month. As you can see, that government segment is having more share every month, government segment, and enterprise is, next one is the small businesses. This is how it is showing the share of the segment month wise, like this. So that is called stacked column chart. Make sense? I'll give 1 minute again. You guys can try yourself. Create another one, another page, create the column chart, but this time it is stacked column chart. And let me rename it stacked column. Right? Just please go ahead and do it yourself. Thanks, Fahim. You're done. Okay. Anyone else having any problem? Anam, you are done. Okay, that's good. Okay, great. You guys are doing very great. And now the question is, what is the difference between this stacked column chart and a stacked 100% stacked column chart? Simple. Be here only. Just change the type and see. Okay. So instead of this one, I'll click this and see that how it becomes different. Stacked 100% stacked column chart. This is something great, Now what it has done, it has converted this their portion into percentage. This is a better way of representation, that how much now the government sector is representing 52.99% of the total sales. Small business is 29%. Okay, so this is called a stacking on each other. So every month, if you see government sector, say 40%, then next is 40, again 40%, 40%. In April, it was reduced 28%. And obviously, if the government sector business was reduced, the small business, it increased, right? 43%. It was 37, it increased to 43%. And this guy also, the enterprise business also increased to 23% from 19, jumped. So government business reduced here percentage wise. So it is representing in percentage. If I go back, the stacked column chart is reflecting value. If I go back to 100% stacked, comparative studies there, that how much percentage there. But one thing is, I don't like this where I don't see the figure. I have to keep moving the mouse here, which is not very good, right? So how can I do, what can I do to bring the figure here inside the box? For all these type of thing or this type of requirement, you have the option here, format. Second box. One is the fields. Second one is format on the right hand side here, this one. So when you click this format, you have so many things to do here. Okay, one is a general, legend, x-axis, y-axis, data colors, data label. Data label is off. So let me switch it on. How is this? This makes sense? In a very better way. Now it is representing how much each segment is representing sales value in terms of the percentage contribution. Easy way to analyze the data. You guys want to try it? Please try it now.
I'm not getting this option.
Which option? You're not getting the format option?
Yes, this field. This format.
No, what
yeah,
you have to do?
field format.
Yeah.
and
What you have to click here. Basically, see. Now I'm also not getting this option, right? So you have to click this visual, which is the chart itself. So when you click, you will see the border. You see the border here?
I think it will be on the top of the, visualization. You have in, the bottom side, right? We have on the top these two options actually.
Yeah, correct. We have this option on the top where the
Yes, yes.
visualization is written. Yes.
Okay. Oh, that is interesting. Okay. So I don't know which version I have downloaded and which version you guys are having. This is very interesting. Yeah. So now you got it on the top.
Yes, yes.
There you put the data label on instead of off. What you have to do is click on the data label on. Let me try something more on the data label. If you click, the color is, you can control the color. Let me try this black color. Right. Then what else? Size, text size is 9 point. Let me try putting 11, 12. Okay. Maybe the white was better. So I'll put back. So these are the things here. You can control literally the formats, and it's a huge. For example, you have x-axis on, y-axis on, data color, data label, plot area, title. So title is on, right? You can control sales by this title is sales by month and segment, right? So title you can control here, sales by month and segment. You see, sales analysis. I can control here the title. So these are the different thing. 14 points. I can increase the title size, sales analysis. Like this. You see? segment distribution to sales. Okay, so these are the different things which, to be honest, I'm not the expert. I have not used it many times, but the more and more you use and you experiment, it becomes you become a better into this one. Background color, you know, the title background color. You see, so what I'm trying to say here is all the things related to color combination, title, format, size, data size, uh, font color, background images, everything is here in the formatting section for any visualization section. For any visual, you want to do the formatting, come here and do the formatting. Right. I don't know what is zoom slice. It is off. Let me just put it on. Oh, you see here on the left hand side of the sales, you get the zoom size. Oh, is there anything to do? What is this for? Zoom slice on y-axis. So it has given something here. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So you can actually do the slicing, zooming, zoom slicer is there. Then you can do a lot under x-axis, color, size, font family, all this kind of thing. These are all related to the font. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to tell you here is that tomorrow when we meet, the first top section, you try with this same data. You create six, I think you create 6 reports. One is the stacked clustered column chart, then a stacked column chart, then percentage, 100%. Same thing you do for the bar chart, clustered bar chart, stacked bar chart, 100% bar chart. So create 6 reports here by tomorrow. Try these different combinations. And of course, for each one, you can try different types of fields by sales, by segment, by customer, by year, by product, So have a comfortable way of comfortability in using these different types of at least you complete the first row. Okay, is that okay? And when we meet tomorrow, we'll go to the next level.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep, most welcome. And you guys can share your screens on the WhatsApp group once you complete. Okay, so that is for today. I think it's good enough. So let's meet tomorrow at the same time and then continue. I hope you all enjoyed the class. Till then, goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
you.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye bye.